Hi, today I'm taking a look at the next section of the Sermon on the Mount, and it is a long passage, but actually the commentary is not all that long. So this section includes things about storing your treasure in heaven, judgment, getting the log out of your own eye before you try to take the splinter out of your brother's eye, the blind leading the blind. There's all kinds of little short kind of sayings that we've gotten out of this section of the Sermon on the Mount. And but my commentary, I kind of kept it short because there isn't too much here that I could necessarily explore objectively or historically. I'm not necessarily out to deliver sermons or anything like that. My main goal, my main interest when I started doing this was the historical, cultural context, the maybe the original language, but certainly the overarching theme was to support Jesus as the Messiah. So I kind of want to repeat that to myself as I'm writing these, but also, sometimes I'll keep the commentary short on a relatively long passage like this, just because I'm trying not to go too far outside the scope of what type of content I'm trying to put in here. So that said, I broke this up into two sections about provision and judgment. So one is about storing up your treasures in heaven and how God provides for the birds of the air and how much more you're worth, and that God will provide for you too. Tomorrow has enough troubles, that kind of thing. And then the second part is about judgment and, again, take the plank out of your own eye before trying to get the speck out of your brother's eye, and don't be like the blind leading the blind. In each of these sections, there is a part that seems as though it's a total deviation from the topic. So for one, in the provision section, Jesus kind of breaks it up with this comment about the eyes are the windows of the body, and allow light into the body. And so it's a strange statement in between. It's kind of sandwiched in between two comments about provision. But really, the first part opens with don't store your treasures in heaven, or don't store your treasures on earth. I'm sorry, I don't know how many times I might have said storing your treasures in the wrong place, but don't store your treasures on earth. And so when he says that the eyes are the windows to the body and they let in light, there's a translation of he says when your eyes are clear that you're healthy. It also can be translated to sincere. And so if you are single-minded, single-focused, then you don't serve two masters and you won't store up your treasures in heaven. So take a look at the rest. I hope you like it.